out, and their disastrous season finally comes to an end. Yes, there's still 7 or 8 Premier League games to go, but there is nothing left for Chelsea Football Club to play for. And it was another game where, with some killers up front, maybe a better manager making better decisions, they might have got something out of it, because Real Madrid weren't that good again. They weren't that good again. They played in second gear. They were not scintillating. They were not ripping Chelsea apart. But Chelsea stunk the house down again, especially in front of goal. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 defeats on the bounce for Chelsea under Super Frank Lampard. The man who gets it, the man who understands Chelsea. Their worst losing streak since 1993. 30 years. The worst losing streak of 30 years. The most embarrassing season probably in Premier League history, when you look at the fact that they've spent so much money to get to this point. Starting a game with Conor Gallagher. I understand that Mohamed Mudryk isn't that great, that João Felix is not a finisher, but you at least start with your best players, right? You at least start with individuals that may be able to move the needle. Chelsea fans must feel sick. Chelsea fans must feel let down. Chelsea fans must feel like they've got a stone in their stomach, a rock hard stone in their stomach that they can't pass, they can't vomit up. They've just got to live with it, like a permanent. What's that thing called when it like it pops out through your muscle? Not a hematoma. What's it called? Not a hemorrhoid. That's in your ass. What's it called? Hernia. It's like a permanent hernia that's going nowhere. 4 defeats on the bounce. Now, they weren't meant to beat Real Madrid, but you've got to go out fighting. You've got to start your best team. I was getting annoyed. I was watching the game and I was getting annoyed. I'm a Man United fan. I have no desire for Chelsea to go through, but it was annoying me. And I'll tell you why it annoyed me. Because Cucurella had a great chance to score. Kante had 2 great chances to score. Does João Felix put those Kante chances away? Maybe. They get that 1 goal. Who knows? They weren't going to go on to win it. But the amount of money these Chelsea fans pump into the club, the way they've been treated, they deserve better decision making. And I'm not taking anything away from Milan. Real Madrid. We'll get into Milan later. I know how good they are. But another night devoid of ideas, another night of embarrassment. But the positive thing for Chelsea fans is now the season's over. Yes, there's a handful of Premier League. You're not going to get relegated. You've got just enough points. You're not making it into Europe. What all your fans should probably do is boycott every single game between now and the end of the season. Make your feelings heard. Say to them, we only want to hear about who the new manager is going to be. We have no desire to hear about transfers, no desire to watch any game. Watch the ladies play, watch the youth teams play. But this first team is an utter shambles. And the fans have got to do something tangible back against it. They should be protesting tonight outside that stadium for Frank Lampard to be removed. They must have an academy coach who's more qualified than Frank Lampard to run this team. Another night of disastrous mistakes from him. Wrong starting lineup, wrong substitutions. Just pitiful. Pitiful. And we can't say that he hasn't got enough people to choose from. They've got about 37,000 people in their squad. But a disastrous night. It really was a disastrous night for them. Just as it was a disastrous night for Napoli. Everyone's my dark horse. I thought maybe. But Milan. Who would have thought it? AC Milan, the biggest and most famous club in Italy. Sorry, Mo, I know you're backstage. Have pulled off a bit of a shock. have pulled off a little bit of a. When I say shock, historically, no. But in the contemporary, nobody saw Milan going through. When you think as well, go back to Chelsea for a minute. Chelsea battered AC Milan at the start of the season. They sacked that manager for this. For this. Put that into context. A team that Chelsea wiped the floor with in September and a bit in September has just got through to the Champions League semi-final, which is the reason why I say with the right manager, who knows what can happen in cup competitions, and why bringing back Frank Lampard has been such a disaster. Because honestly, you gave Luis Enrique this squad for these 4 games. Milan ain't been great. He might have pulled a little something off. They've not got no great finishes in their team, but a little bit of confidence can change. A confident Cucurella scores tonight. A confident Kante scores tonight. Just saying, it's a disaster. We have some super chats here. Terry, nobody gave Milan a chance, and we are still dancing. Is that Forza? Is that you pronounce it? Milan, let's go. Mate, you guys were great tonight. You guys were really good. I had the game on as well. Once Madrid scored, I was watching your game more. Magic Mike in goal. I mean, I don't watch Serie A, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know who everybody is, what they're up to, what they're about. But he was great. He was great in goal. Saved the penalty. I thought when I got the penalty, maybe something will happen. Very late goal. But yeah, listen, AC Milan deserve it. And maybe it's going to have to be Milan that stops Man City doing the at least winning the Champions League, maybe even the treble, but we'll see. To say Chelsea stunk today just shows your disgusting Chelsea hate and agenda. We played well today and got sucker punched. The terrorist really hates. DJ, listen, Chelsea fans who watch the Football Terrace know that when a team is good, I will praise them. When a team is bad, I will condemn them. Now, you will if you've watched me long enough, DJ, and you've been super chatting for many years on the terrace, so you'll know that having possession and moving the ball around well doesn't constitute to me as dominating or overly playing well. If you don't finish your dinner, if you don't put games to bed, you stunk the house out. You missed gilt-edged chances again. Your manager picked the wrong team again. Your manager made the wrong substitutions again, or too late. He didn't make the wrong subs, he made them too late. To call me out and call it Chelsea hate, to call it Chelsea hate when you are on your worst losing streak in 30 years, when you are 12th in the Premier League, when you've brought back a manager who destroyed a squad, destroyed the harmony, when you've spent nearly £700 million and had the worst regression, probably the worst regression of any big club in the history of the Premier League in such a dramatic turnaround. DJ, all I can say is you are projecting your anger towards Todd Bowley and Lampard onto me. And I'm going to take it from you tonight, my friend. I feel for you. I understand your anger. But from my perspective, it is not hate to call out problems. You should vent yourself, but you should be sending these kind of messages to Todd Bowley. You should be venting your anger at him and not me, because I would have got you a proper manager. Cucurella is Maguire of this Chelsea team. He's got to go. Cucurella has got to go because his head's gone. I don't think he recovers from this mentally. I don't. Man like Raheem Shillings, yeah, he didn't look great when he came on. He really didn't. Napoli out, which means that tweet was fake. Oh yeah, well, I mean it was fake. It means that tweet ain't. Oh, that means that Man United ain't winning it in 2 years. Damn, damn. There we go. Gav says better performance. If we showed half that effort and movement in the league and play one of our strikers, we can win one. Sick of these team selections, though. Yeah, listen, I understand that there'll be elements of your performance to be proud of. I understand that. That's why you've got to be annoyed at Lampard tonight. You've got to be annoyed at what he did, Gav, 110%. Josh says Todd turned down Enrique, who wanted the job immediately, for Frank, whose record in his last 17 games is 1 win, 2 draws, and 14 losses. That's actually now last 18 games, 1 win, 2 draws, 15 losses. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.